Hey guys, this is Paul again, and I'm going to be doing a video regarding the elitist teachings of Witness Lee in the local churches. That's right, elitist and exclusive teachings of Witness Lee in the local churches, which are filled with spiritual pride and egotism. So we're going to be talking about the spiritual elitism and exclusivity of the local churches. This is a very, very important topic. I had a sister request that I do a video on this topic, so I hope and pray that it is very helpful to her and to many others. You know, one of the first things that you'll notice a lot of the times when you first meet with someone from the local churches, the Lord's Recovery, Christians on campus, is that a lot of times they like to talk about oneness. They use this word oneness, unity with Christians. They'll say, you know, we meet as the local church in such and such city without a denomination so that, we want to provide a venue for Christians just to be able to come together, aside from denominations, aside from affiliations, and just to be one. We just meet as the church in this city, and without a denominational name, just so that we want to show that we're general towards all Christians and we accept all believers, and we just want to be one with the whole body of Christ, and we don't want to divide ourselves by taking a name. Doesn't that sound nice? That sounds nice, doesn't it? To be very general and accepting, and inclusive, accepting everyone. You meet that's why they take these names on college campuses, like Christians on campus. Very general, right? Christian students at UNT, or Christians at Tech in Lubbock, Texas, or Christian students on campus at the University of Texas in Austin, the main UT campus. So they take on these very general names, both in their local city assemblies and also in the names that they take on college campuses and in other places. Very general, seemingly accepting names. And they like to talk a lot about, how we really need to be one. And the Lord prayed in John chapter 17, that we would all be one as He and the Father are one. And we just want to fulfill the Lord's prayer for oneness in John chapter 17. And, Ephesians chapter 4, verse 3 talks about how we need to be diligent to keep the oneness of the Spirit. We don't want to be divisive. We don't want to, divide the body of Christ. And we just want to be one with everyone because that's what the Lord wants. Do not be deceived. That sounds very, very nice. I bought into this as an 18-year-old young man. I was seeing some strange things around me, and I was questioning what I was seeing, but this one teaching of the oneness was one of the convincing factors that led me to continue with this group until I was fully convinced, was to keep the oneness of the body of Christ, because of course, the Bible does talk about not making divisions. Don't be a divisive sectarian person, right? But they take those verses and they twist them. And so what I want to put out, just right out in front, right at the beginning, is whenever the local church members, or the Christians on campus members, talk about oneness, how they just want to be one with all the believers, do not be deceived. What they really mean when they talk about oneness is not unity with all Christians. What they're really talking about is cult uniformity and conformity to their group, to their cult. What they're really talking about when they mention being one with everyone is not that they want to be one with others, but rather they want everyone else to be one with them. There's a big difference between being one with others and having everyone around you having to be one with you. Let me say that again. They don't want to be one with others. They want all the others to be one with them. Big difference. They don't want oneness. They don't want unity as shown in the Bible. They don't want oneness per what most normal, sane people think of oneness. They want cult uniformity, cookie-cutter cult uniformity and conformity to their group, to Witness Lee's heretical teachings and their phony, weird practices. That's what they want. And their phony mannerisms and lifestyle. That's what they want. That's their version of oneness. So do not be deceived into thinking that this group is so genuine and that they really are the testimony of the Lord because, oh, they just care so much for oneness. And man, I've never met anyone else on this earth that talks so much about oneness. They must really love people and want to be one with everyone. No. It's a farce. It's phony. It's cult uniformity. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to expose what Witness Lee and his followers truly believe about other Christians and other Christian groups. Now buckle up, get ready. This is what Witness Lee taught. Witness Lee taught, and again, this is found in their cult recovery version Bible, their corrupted version of the Bible, the recovery version, full of Witness Lee's footnotes, over 10,000 footnotes just in the New Testament alone. In their recovery version Bible, Witness Lee says in one of his footnotes in Revelation chapter 17 that all groups in Protestantism are the harlot daughters of the great mother harlot in Revelation chapter 17, and that they are committing fornication, spiritual fornication, by way of their taking different names and not meeting like the local churches, like Witness Lee taught to do. So that's right, you heard it right. Whether you're a Baptist, a Methodist, Pentecostal, even just non-denominational, you meet as Bible church or Bible believers. Your group, according to them, is a harlot daughter. Big red flag. They are doing exactly what the Jehovah's Witnesses and the Mormons do. They make themselves the only legitimate group and make everyone else around them wrong. Everyone else around them is wrong. Only they are the true group. So I'm going to read verbatim what the footnote actually says. This is the footnote for Revelation chapter 17, verse 5, written by none other Witness Lee. He says, since the mother of the harlots is the apostate church, the harlots, the daughters of the apostate church, must be all the different sects and groups in Christianity that hold to some extent the teaching, practices, and traditions of the apostate Roman church. The pure church life, that's what he defines of his group, the pure church life, has no evil that has been transmitted from the apostate church. Again, that was from Witness Lee. Actually, what you also need to know is not only do they consider your group a harlot daughter committing spiritual fornication against the Lord, the local churches actually don't even consider themselves a part of Christianity. That's another big red flag. They view themselves as the only true legitimate church in the Lord's eyes because they are on the ground of oneness, the ground of oneness that was made up by Watchman Nee and Witness Lee, false teachers. Though they do consider many in Protestantism and even in Catholicism to be saved. They actually consider a lot of these people to be saved, but they also only view themselves as the true legitimate people who are really building the church, which is really kind of a contradiction, what they believe. It's a obfuscation of the simple truth. I'm going to be getting into that in another video, an upcoming video. It's full of many obfuscations, overcomplicating the simple, profound truths of God. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read another quote from Witness Lee. And here is a recommendation. If Witness Lee is so great, here's what Witness Lee recommends for you to do regarding Christianity. He says, let us leave the camp. Let us leave the camp. Let us leave Judaism. Let us leave Christianity. That's right. Witness Lee says, leave Christianity. Let us leave every kind of religious organization and enter into the place where Jesus has entered, within the veil. Like basically he's equating where Jesus entered within the veil to the local churches.